What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's good to see you. Happy Monday, and I know it's been a little while. We're gonna wait for some more people to kind of filter in before we just kind of do this like State of the Union. And I don't even know why I call it State of the Union, but just like more like just a general update, right? Because we wanted to talk about schedules and all that sort of stuff this stream. But all in all, it's just good to have you guys here. It's good to be here. I really appreciate, literally we had a little bit of a technical issue with the cooler on Friday, and I actually really appreciate that time to get kind of caught up and spend some time just really kind of figuring things out. Khakis and mechanical shirt. No, khaki shorts, bro. Khaki shorts. It's warm today. It's warm today. I was there Wednesday, so I really only missed one stream. Like, I was there Wednesday, right? We had Intel Live Mod Workshop. But I think people, to be honest, like going through there, we actually haven't missed a ton of streams comparatively to when things were way back in the day. But things have just really kind of popping off here, which has actually been really, really cool. So I'm not the big chief. All in all, like it's just, I'm not the president either. That's why I hate saying State of the Union, but it is one of those, hey, we wanted to kind of talk about how things are going at Robeytech and all that sort of stuff, and kind of update you and talk a little bit about the streams and all that sort of stuff. No, it was actually the cooler that originally we were going to use this new cooler from a company called PC Cooler, and it was unreleased. And we thought it was released already. We had done all the work and everything to get it installed. And then when we found out it wasn't available, then we had to kind of switch. So we ended up going to the Lian Galahad instead, the Hydra Shift, sorry. So all in all, like it just basically threw everything kind of off. So when we were doing that work and doing the re-bench for it, it was like, okay, let's just take Friday so I can spend some time going through the streams and all that sort of stuff and really just kind of update. We're at this really interesting spot as a company, and it's just, it was worth just getting to spend that extra time. And I probably spent a solid 8-9 hours on Friday just really working at schedules and talking to the team. And the cool thing is I ended up getting to spend some time on the phone with Blondie, and just a lot of other things that, was really, really actually worth the effort, and appreciated the time before going into Mother's Day, which was absolutely awesome. And if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day to all of you. I didn't get a chance to say that on Friday, but super glad to see so many people and all that sort of stuff, which was actually really cool. So, yeah, it was actually a really, really solid time to really kind of think about stuff. And you guys might have seen some changes as we rolled out the stream schedule on this weekend, right? I've actually built out the entire schedule for the entire, it's funny because that song, I was like, it sounds like somebody else is talking, but it's just the song. We actually spent some time literally building out the entire schedule for the month. But yeah, it's an interesting time for us, which is actually really, really cool. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms and all that stuff. Today is the last day so that's a great segue right there. Today is the last day for you getting in on the Horde giveaway. Make sure you link your Twitch account with your Stream Elements account. You could be one of 620 people. Now there's a lot of tickets, but we had kind of lower entries on this one, and I think it was just because the stream was so scattered, like in general. But all in all, yes, this is the last day to get in on that. After the stream, sometime tonight, I'll shut it down. We'll pick the winner, and then we'll prepare the Alliance build, which will go live with Damien's stream tomorrow. The much more higher end, better of the two faction World of Warcraft ones. So that's the thing. Thank you very much for the Mother's Day. Yeah, I think XXX State of the Union, yeah, that was quite a movie. And by the way, another great movie. Saw Mortal Kombat 2 over the weekend. That was actually really good, very entertaining, had a good time with that, so that was actually pretty fun, so yeah. So Horde PC closes today, so this is your last chance for subs, all that sort of stuff. If you want to get those extra entries in, today's the day. You never know. The last couple people who've won for the other giveaways have actually won with some pretty low entries, which has actually been pretty crazy. So you never know. You could be like 5 entries and you could be the person who actually ends up winning, which would be great. I don't know who that is, Araxnus. All I'm saying is all the people, I'm not really good at actor names, but it was a very entertaining film. I really enjoyed it. Did you read about the raid at the EA HQ to protest the EA buyout? No, I did not read about that today. The stuff that I read about today in news was I read about the Steam machine, the fact that some people had basically deciphered the code based on what they did for the Steam controller, that people were figuring out there's going to be 4 different offers around the Steam machine, and then more about the NVIDIA Intel stuff, which has actually been pretty cool. Guy from Tron 3. You mean, is that Tron Legacy? Was that the latest Tron? The one that we did, was Jared Leto? I don't think Jared Leto was in, who was he in Mortal Kombat 2? Who was he in Mortal Kombat 2? I don't remember even seeing him in that movie. To be honest, I don't think Jared Leto's in that movie because don't all the movies that Jared Leto's in fail? Like, and this actually felt good. Yeah, not in Mortal Kombat. He's in He-Man. I don't think he's in Mortal Kombat 2. If he is, just let me know who it is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, good. I was just making sure because I was like, wow, no, Mortal Kombat 2 was good. So I don't think Jared Leto was in it. So, oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Congratulations, Real Beer Guy. Yeah, I think he's playing Skeletor in the new He-Man. And I don't know. I'm mixed about that movie, but yeah, going from that. I got an image. Hold on. Blondie's texting me. She's sending me stuff over here. Yeah, okay, that guy. Yes. I think once he told me Tron, I was like, oh, okay, I know who he's talking about. But then he got up. So. Oh, was he in My So-Called Life? Yeah. Yeah, Tron Ares. I do remember him in that. Yeah, it flopped. Yeah. I think all in all, like somebody did a whole thing is like, why does Hollywood still keep putting money behind this guy? Because like everything he's been in has not done well. So yeah. But yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I figured I'd just take a little bit of time. There's about 150 people here. People go through there because I do want to get to the build and stuff like that. So I think one of the things that I kind of wanted to update people about is, really early on, probably around December. We're coming up about halfway through the year. You know, it's now mid-May. Middle of the year is coming up in a couple weeks. And I wanted to kind of talk about how things are going here at Robeytech. Honestly, they're going great. To be honest, despite all of the downturn in PC DIY and all that sort of stuff, in terms of us as a company, has been growing, which has been a really, really awesome, but not in the way that people probably expect. When you think about Robeytech, Robeytech actually has multifaceted things, very similar to Linus, and probably Linus and maybe more like Zach, ZTT, or Toasty Bros. There are many YouTube organizations have a tendency to have multiple businesses that exist within YouTube. And a lot of the thing is just because, one of the things I've learned about YouTube and streaming and all that stuff, it's not consistent enough from a revenue standpoint to have something that you can really say, yeah, this is really just something I can go all in and be able to grow and sustain a team and all that sort of stuff. So there's two aspects to Robeytech that exist. There's the aspect of the public facing, some that you see with streaming and the stuff that you see with YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And all in all, like, that stuff has been going really well. If you've been looking at our viewership, especially with the short form content and especially with even the more recent videos that we've been releasing on the typical Robeytech channel, viewership is way up, guys, like in a substantial way. And we've seen the growth on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube that is equated to that. It's usually anywhere between 10 and 12% per month, which is awesome. Streaming is an interesting thing because, to be honest, streaming was one of those things that we see fluctuations that go like this. And guys, we went all in on streaming in January to the point where we were doing 5 streams a week. We added these giveaways. We did a lot of things to really just kind of go through there. And to be honest, I feel like there's some limitations that we're hitting in the streaming space, specifically given because of the time frame in which we stream. And some of that has to do with, Brian wants to be at home with his family at 6 o'clock at night and stuff. Yeah, for dinner and things like that, right? And so what we've noticed, and this is something that existed well before I was streaming here on the channel, is that the ideal time to probably start build streams is probably like 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific time, but that is just not going to be a thing because it's not really when those of us who have families, and I have a limited amount of time with my kids and all that sort of stuff, can really do those kinds of streams. So we're not changing the streaming schedule or anything like that. This is just things that are realities. So on the public-facing side, things have been really, really good. We've seen growth despite everything. And you've probably seen a pivot in material that we've covered. Things like we've gone more Steam Machine, more handheld, more laptop, and all that sort of stuff. And probably PC DIY is really kind of focused on our live streams because it's such a great way to interact with folks like you and all that sort of stuff. And I like the live aspect of it. To be honest, this is some of my favorite time per day, is just to get to build PCs with you guys. So I wanted to start off there. So the first thing I'm going to say is build streams in and of themselves are not going going to change. They're going to be Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. All in all, the things that we have changed is we're doing a lot more streaming with other companies. So we stream with Intel, we stream with AMD. We now have streams that are coming up with NVIDIA, so we can do more of these partnerships, stuff with Corsair, etc., that are actually just so we can be able to reach a broader audience, but at the same time, also just to be able to just kind of do more and have more opportunity, which gets us more hardware and all that sort of stuff. So it's stuff that we just kind of do. Tuesdays and Thursdays usually are days where we have like business focused days. So Tuesday, what you've seen is I try to do game streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Tuesday has really just kind of become Damien's time, and the Damien time is going to stick. All in all, we are going to cancel all streams on Thursdays. All in all, Robeytech and Robey playing game streams are going to be a one-off thing when we can basically make it happen. But guys, just independently, and I'll talk about why, I just don't have time to take another 2 to 3 hours in the course of a week to add additional streaming time for me. I just don't have it, and I'll explain a little bit why. But I want to look at questions. Is the business also related to the ratio between filming videos and gym training for the midnight mountain climb? Okay, I'll get to that here in a minute. So we'll talk about that. It's tough time might have helped more people, needed to be for sure for the purpose. Trying to see if there's a pregnant and whenever makes sense. I'm just trying to see if there's any other questions. So now I'm trying to stop to save questions. Okay, so I haven't seen anything so far. If you did ask something, pop it up there now, and I'll talk about that there. So anyway, the one thing I'm gonna say, times are tough, businesses need to evolve, you guys are doing well. We get you need to put food on the table, and juggling a lot of stuff is difficult. Okay, so yes, that is true. So we have the Robeytech business in terms of the YouTube live streaming and all that stuff. It's going well, but what we have noticed is that the amount of time we were spending streaming from a input to effort, like effort to output, and what it does, we had to reduce the amount of time that I was spending on screen. The second part of this, and you guys, if you guys want to see more about this, if you go to Amazon.com and you search Seagate Wattage, and we'll put a link to this, Seagate Wattage, and you scroll down, what you start seeing is you'll start seeing Robeytech showing up in videos, and this is the other side of our business, and that side of our business is Robeytech Studios. And that's more whitelist, white label content that really is about helping large companies make content for their websites, for their different sales points of sale purchases. We're doing things for ambassador programs, all that sort of stuff. That is the Robeytech Studio side. It's not very public facing. Sometimes we have stuff that shows up in places, but all in all, that is a very large business for what we are. So if you think about ZTT, or you think about Toasty Bros, or you think about even Linus Tech Tips, Linus's big business is a lot of what he makes in terms of merchandise. ZTT is doing stuff in terms of being a PC integrator. Toasty Bros is kind of the same thing. For Robeytech, and where we pay most of our bills, really comes from this Robeytech Studios white label content. And white label content means that it may be things that we make that may not even have me in them, but we help make content for companies. That business has blown up. Like it's just become tremendously profitable. It's a lot of it's why our team continues to grow. It's why we're able to do more and more eccentric builds. It's even why we do things like when we go and do AMD streams, we don't necessarily charge AMD for them, because that stuff doesn't necessarily need it to be able to pay the bills. It's even why we have relationships with people like Falcon Northwest and all these other ones, is because of the content relationships we have. It helps provide stuff so our Robeytech YouTube public-facing stuff gets better, but in a lot of the ways, that's the stuff that pays the bills. That company, that business, has grown tremendously, and you've seen growth in terms of teams and all that sort of stuff in terms of the people going through there. And we have to make sure that there's enough room for me to be able to spend time doing that. Now, the good thing is that the YouTube business isn't going away necessarily because of this, and we have other people who are helping run that business, but all in all, there has to be time that's basically being spent to that, and that's where we had to make changes to game streams, etc., because that's the place, like, if I'm gonna continue to even run this business, I have to make sure that this part's successful, because it's the part that pays for the rest of it. So the reason that we're seeing game streams and all that sort of stuff become reduced is because that is the majority of where we make the most of our money. I've been trying to get PCs, and I was wondering if you could please help me build a PC for under 2,000 Canadian. Only the way to go in there, and there's not a way for us to do a discounted build, Toxio. So we do commissions, but it's not at a reduced rate. So anyway, point being is I wanted to update people, like when you think about finishing stuff and things like that, those are things where we'll go through there. Now, we'll talk about Indiana Jones, we'll talk about Pragmata. Indiana Jones, we still are doing things like we're still doing game streams when we do QuakeCon, game streams when we do PDX LAN, all that stuff. That is where I promised that I will finish out the stuff. I've already set it aside for QuakeCon that we will do and play Indiana Jones over the course of the day so I can finally finish and complete my promise to the community to finish that game. I have not made any promises about any other games outside of Indiana Jones, and so that's the game that I'm going to finish with you guys because I did it for me. I will say the one-offs are going to happen as part of the LAN experiences that are happening over the course of the periods of the years. Robey, gaming for me as a viewpoint was always you doing it off over time at random. I was surprised it became a normal schedule thing. To be honest, the reason that we don't do one-off schedule stuff, Araxnus, is because one-off schedule stuff, I mean, remember when we did the one-off schedule thing and how grumpy you kind of got when we moved the schedule? Like, that's why we don't do one-off schedule stuff, because people like the streaks and all that sort of stuff, and when we just randomly do it, it makes people mad. So a lot of the reasons that we actually schedule stuff is because people don't want to miss certain streams. People care about things like their streaks, they care about having their times to go through there, and so that's the reason we just don't do one-off schedule stuff, is because of that very reason. So just remember that moment, how angry you or how upset you got because of when we just put that in there. We're just trying to keep that, avoiding that for other people as well. Yeah. So yeah, even if it was, but it doesn't matter. It's point being is that people were upset when I didn't know there was a stream today, or blah, blah, blah. Like, people have made those comments. So the thing is that where you care more about the PC streams, other people might care more about the gaming streams. I'm happy you guys are doing well on multiple sides of business, eggs in different baskets and all that. The fact that you guys are keeping in every viewership when most PC creators are struggling is the brand and the people of Robeytech. And that is true. Our viewership is up, our live stream viewership is up, all that stuff is up, and that's a great thing. And so, but I also, the other thing too is I think one of the things that people really appreciate is that I try to be very transparent with you guys about why we make the decisions we do, because I want you guys to have an insight into what, you know, it's more than just PC building and all that stuff for us. It's you guys going on this journey with us. You guys, many of you have supported me since the beginning, right? Like, this is a journey that you guys have been on with this community, and it's important for us to be able to update and give you guys information, all that stuff, right? And yeah, cool. I love that we get to do that stuff as well, right? Like, I appreciate that we get to teach you about those things. So anyway, the short of it is, streams are going to be Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, just like they typically been. Brian's still going to be here, still looking handsome as ever. We are going to be changing some of our, it is time for us to start updating some of our outfits, all that sort of stuff, because I have been losing weight. And I think that was something else. It's like people are saying, well, Robey, is the stuff that you're doing for climbing, is the stuff that you're doing for your health, is that impacting your ability to do content and things for us? And the answer to that is no. All of those happen. So when I do climbs, they're usually super early in the morning. And for those who don't know, I go to bed between 9 and 10:30. I usually wake up around 5:30 a.m. At 5:30 a.m., I have one of a couple chops. I do 2 to 3 Orange Series a week, and then I do 2 climbs a week, right? So all in all, so I'm doing 5 days of activity, and then I do 4 to 6 miles of walking every single day. Those all happen at times that don't have any impact on my schedule. And I sleep anywhere between 6 and 7 hours a day, right? So all in all, like, I take that stuff and I've segmented that time away, and those things do not happen during work times. Orange Theory. Orange Theory is it's like a CrossFit-ish thing. I don't know how to describe it. You can look it up on the site. I really like it. So all in all, like, the balance has to happen with, like, I make dinners for my family, all that sort of stuff. But all in all, like, I don't take the things that I'm doing for these climbs and stuff like that don't have an impact in terms of my ability to do the content and stuff that I do right now. And even if your health is more important, even looking at it from a selfish point of view, if you are a healthy Robey means more time. Exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to wake up early in the morning no matter how early I go to bed. Yeah, I can understand that, Zemo. And for me, it took a lot of training to get to this point. I wasn't really a morning person, but now I've become much more that way, which is actually pretty cool. So I did want to give a feedback because I love that DJ Techno. And you guys, feel free to ask me any question. You could just say, you're a fat penis, right? And I hate you, and this is why. And fine, great. And I'll tell you, I'll answer those questions and all that sort of stuff, and whatever you guys want me to say. But yeah, I used to stream at 5:30 a.m. That is true. Cooking streams, so that was an interesting thing. To be honest, guys, we're kind of at capacity. We're at a time, like, we have new team members who are coming on even this month. All in all, we're doing a lot of things that are very, very different. So I don't think streams are going to get more frequent. I think what we're doing we're doing a very good job of making sure we protect the streams that we have, because those are very important. PC streams are not going to go away, and I actually really enjoy Damien getting to spend time and having a second person in front of the camera. So that way Damien, when he goes and crossover and does build streams, because I do vacations or whatever it was, he's not something that has disappeared. He's not just out of the blue. Like, he has a regular reoccurring kind of presence on Robeytech, which is true. I know, I'm sorry. I usually don't curse, I usually don't say those things, but all in all, you guys sometimes say those to me, so I'm gonna go there. Yeah. Are you considering using other staffers apart from Dame for front camera work for ease of your workload? You know, Juan, maybe. It all really kind of depends. At this point in time, it is something both Damien and I can seem to handle. The one thing that's really difficult is Damien lives East Coast and I live on the West Coast. We're hoping at some point in time, especially as the business grows, we can become a more centralized organization. We have made changes to make that more, like now, 90+% of us now are all here, right? Yeah, for the most part I think Kyler is a little bit farther, but he's moving up here in the next couple of months. So all in all, at some point in time, we may end up with a talent person who's here in the area, but right now it's just gonna be myself and Damien. Yeah, Raxidus, I knew you were gonna forget about that. No, 9800 XTD CPUs are great, and we've done a bunch of testing on that stuff, anything. So anyway, guys, any other questions? If not, then we'll go ahead and get into the building stuff, but I want to make sure I just spent some time talking to you guys. When you saw the stream changes and the Thursday streams went away, you understand why, and a lot of it has to do with us making the time for the stuff that we're doing that helps us make these things better, because I don't think we're going to be here. I would guess by this time next year, if we're still here, that would be kind of a surprise. That's kind of my thing. So I don't think we'll still be in the same place, but we'll have to see how that goes. Anything else? Nuts of thumb. Hello, what's up, Josh Wood? Nope, I really wanted to see the V crossover. I love both those cases, to see the match made in heaven. Yeah, I'm excited to build in this. This is gonna be fun. It's been a while since we've built in a new Lian Li case. No, I have not thought about costumes for Halloween. I know it's important, you guys actually really like it. I will say it's super uncomfortable to build in costumes. So yeah, but maybe we'll have to see. It's honestly, if Alex can do it, maybe I can figure it out. But dude, that guy takes his mask off like every time, right? So we'll have to see. Anything else that you guys can think of? Any other questions you guys want to do, or should we get started with the build? Brian can cosplay. I think he would be less excited about that.
I'm all for dressing up, but I'm behind the camera, not in front of it.
So we were going to move last year, and then we had the downturn. To be honest, last year, last year kind of sucked for us. Last year, and I think I did a State of the Union, and that was a really, really rough year for us. And that was kind of when we started Robeytech Studios, because I think we kind of started to see the paint, the writing on the wall, not the paint on the wall, the writing on the wall, and made some changes. And those changes have, in many ways, and I just praise God for this, in many ways have just done a really good job of making things awesome for us. To be honest, people are right. Despite viewership being for other content creators in this space, we haven't had the same problem, and honestly, we're really blessed to have that sort of thing. 50 inches isn't that big. Hey, Robey, a while ago you did a build where this card I have never seen before plugged near the memory modules. What was that? Oh, yeah, so that's what's called a DIMM.2 slot. And that is what it does, is it allows you to install NVMe SSDs up near there. They don't actually use those all that often anymore, but that was what that was called, Hamith. The second location is in limbo because there's one of two things. One, I really like this location in Snoqualmie, and this company that we're working with really wants to build out the studio for us. But I'll be honest, I have some pretty big plans to build our own compound, and I'd really like to do that. So it might be we're in Snoqualmie for a little while and then move, but that's all very much in flux. But I'd really like to build a compound that is specifically for Robeytech, that has my home, and then it also has our studio, and that's where all of us work on a pretty substantial plot of land, so we can do all of this stuff as well. Did you build in the Mini ITX case anti-performance 1 meter? Is it a good case? I think. So Christoph, if you can link the specific case name, I know Araxis would be able to tell you if we've built in that before. Not Waco, guys. We're not building a Waco thing.
I love Waco.
Okay, I don't want, no, not that kind of compound, okay? Not something like that, but like someplace where it's like we have a single location where we live and work, which I think would be good. No, I'm not gonna start a cult either. You guys know where my heart is in terms of faith and religion, so that's not gonna be a thing. Asus just put it on the flagship mobile of the Asus. Yes, that is true. Branch Robeytech, wow. Yeah, there's Pastor Dame right there. I'm not gonna buy a used missile silo. We worship, don't do that. Please stop. That's not okay. That's how bad things happen. Don't worship me. But guys, I hope that you guys appreciated the transparency. We really do just try to make sure that we're very open with you guys as a community, so you guys know what's kind of going on and all that sort of stuff. But when little things like people don't generally know that improves the performance of games like WoW, I think a lot of it has to do with software optimizations, honestly, Todd. And the other thing too is understanding games like World of Warcraft, because of how old they are, they don't necessarily get all of the perks from modern day hardware. So I'm not in a cult, guys. So thanks for that. Appreciate the time for the update today. What's good, chap? Okay, good. Only thing that's changed Thursday, just to make it simple. Yes, Araxis, the only thing that changed was just Thursday. And so Tuesday, Damien's still joining you. To doing all the builds. If we can make one-off stuff, one of the rule that Blondie and I came up with is that we try to lock down for a week, and if we can make something extra happen in a week, you will get a heads-up notice that, you know, if we did a cooking stream, for instance, Araxis, because you wanted to make that as like a potential thing, then you would know the week of that was going to happen. Because one of the things we really do not like to do is cancel streams. So this is us figuring that Thursday just kept falling apart, and we really needed that extra time. I know, I understand, Araxis, I get it. No, sorry. I want to have fun too. That's the point. So, I want to do those things too. Please don't shoot. Koala, grow your hair back, please. Okay, anyway, guys, let's talk about the build. Let's get to this, because honestly, you know, it's funny because it's like reflecting in this, and it kind of has like a cool vibe to it. So anyway, new case from Lian. It just came out at the end of this month. It is called the Vector V150, and this is the Infinity Edition. It is a micro ATX case, and we actually did a pretty good build for this. Now, I'll be honest, guys, I think one of the things that I've been trying to do, and you know, as we were trying to figure out the parts for this, it's becoming so hard for us to know what parts are going to be in stock and what parts are not going to be in stock. So a lot of times we're going to do generalizations. Like, for instance, we're putting a 5070 Ti inside of this that, you know what, honestly, they don't make anymore. So we said, hey, roundabout, you can get a 5070 Ti for about $1,000. But all in all, like, we want to kind of choose stuff that looks good. And you know, we're trying to showcase the cases and not necessarily the parts. But I will say, like, a lot of times on the AMD streams or on the Intel, well, more the AMD streams, not necessarily the Intel streams, because those are usually sponsored by particular brands, but on the AMD streams, we try to be a lot more intentional about the parts we put in there and stuff like that. So anyway, great looking case, really excited about it. Let's talk about the parts we're putting inside of it, starting with this. We're doing the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. To be honest, if I'm gonna choose between the 9800X 3D and the 9850X 3D, I'm choosing the 9800X 3D. Oh, you want to
just need my eyes over there.
He needs his eyes over there. I was like, the music works now. No, the reason I'm choosing this more than the 9850 XTD is just the cost. It's so much less expensive, and you still get all the same benefits. And for the difference, just jumping up to the 50 just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But there might be cases specifically where you might want to do the 9850 XTD if you're like trying to ink out every little bit of performance. So that's why I chose this one over the 9850, is just because it's just that much more expensive. And that adds heat, yeah, exactly. Juan Chow, that was perfect. That was perfect right there. Thank you very much, Koala, for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. So anyway, that's why we're choosing this CPU. B850, I like, you know, for this one, a couple things. I like this one because it's got Wi-Fi 6E. A lot of the times now, specifically just because Wi-Fi 7 is becoming a lot more prevalent, like you can actually get it from, if you're getting like, 3 gigabit internet connections and all that sort of stuff. A lot of the Wi-Fi routers that come with modern day broadband suppliers come with Wi-Fi 7 and stuff like that. So I want fast connectivity. B850 is just like, it has all the latest stuff. You have more Gen 5 if you wanted to do that. So you have some upgradability and some pass for that stuff. And all in all, the price difference isn't necessarily too bad. Now, motherboards are getting more expensive. Mainly that's just because they're not selling as many. given the overall drop in PC DIY in general. But this is a great motherboard, micro ATX. It's going to look good inside of the case and all that sort of stuff at the same time. So that's why we chose this Mobo right there. For RAM and storage, so RAM G.Skill. A couple things I like G.Skill is just the compatibility. RAM prices have been kind of RAM prices have been kind of at an interesting place right now. They kind of seem like they're wow, okay. They're just staying, which is kind of nice. They're still expensive, but all in all, good G.Skill is just easy to control, works with pretty much everything. We chose black. If you wanted to do non-RGB, you could, but given that this thing is gonna look like a disco ball, of course we absolutely have to put RGB in it. And then we just got finished doing deep dives on this one. Really do like these drives. They are expensive. The one thing I'm hoping that we see prices come in, there are DRAM-less, but the one thing I like about the X1070 is you do get the data rescue service that comes with it, which offsets a lot of the other things that are kind of like, because of how they've built the architecture and stuff like that, you do end up with that just peace of mind with this. They have the 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 1 terabyte. These just launched about 6 weeks ago. Really nice drives, and huge shout out to obviously letting you guys know we're a big supporter of Seagate. We make a lot of the content and stuff for them, and so it's been interesting to kind of throw these into the builds much more frequently. I just wish they were a little bit less expensive, but all in all, still great drives, and we've been really happy with them. And I think one of the big things is just that data rescue stuff that kind of comes with it, which is worth it just from a price standpoint. Joshua Wood, thank you for the tier 3, dude. 22 months, man. Really appreciate that. And so many live streaks, which is great. What does plus Wi-Fi mean? So what it means is that it comes with Wi-Fi. Heliumanic. It's just their way of saying, like, by the way, it comes with Wi-Fi. So yeah. Let's see what else we have here. I love this card. You can't get it anymore. It makes me sad. But yeah, this is the 5070 Ti Expert OC from MSI. These cards debuted at CES 2 years ago. I just love the design. They've got a blower style design, just very attractive looking cards. But you right now, just with the 5070 Ti and all the things AI right now, it's just kind of a weird time. So yeah. No, I'm not team Lian Lee. I'm kind of team everybody. So, but yeah, there it is right there. Great card. If you wanted to do a 5070 Ti, they're going for around $1,000 right now, according to Thomas. So if you wanted to switch this out with something else or anything like that, you absolutely could. But 5070 Ti is kind of a dying breed of a card. Hopefully, we'll see that kind of come back over time, but we'll have to see what it is. Yeah, I agree, DJ Techno. I don't know if they do the 5090. 5090 is a little bit more interesting from the style, but I don't know. Yeah, it's still, I really love the design of this card. For the, we were going bling, and originally I was going to do air cooler in this build, but then I was like, you know what? I want to do the Hydra Shift 2, so we're doing the LCD 2 on this one, hiding the tubes. The one thing that's really nice about this case is you do have the extra room that you need to basically do the tube hiding. One of the things is even though it's a 360 millimeter AIO, it does have quite a big of a bump, so you want to make sure there's enough room up top to be able to install this. It's a beautiful AIO pump design. It's just going to make it for a much cleaner look. Yes, it adds some additional time, but cooling-wise, we're going to be fine with the 9800 X3D with the 360 millimeter AIO. To be honest, these are very performant AIOs. I think the only thing that you might have an issue with is just the overall just software can get a little buggy. So yeah, yep. How's your day going? Good. Hey yo kids, hide your tubes. Wow. I like that. Hey, yo, kids, hide your tubes. And then finally, I don't think anybody's surprised by this. Brian, are you surprised? Oh, it's the RM850E. Shocked. So like this, it saves me from having to use cable extensions, direct connects for our GPU and all that sort of stuff. Just really like these ones. I'm hoping someday we'll start putting Tufts back in here, but I like this PSU. It's a good PSU. Overall wattage for this one is just shy of 600 watts at max, so we have plenty of room on our PSU. And if you wanted to go up to a 5080, because you could get something like that for $200 or $300 more, you could. Robey, have you had a GPU that's blown up? No, I have not. Sounds more if things don't sell and the products is there, prices should fall. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Notice, don't say, hey, yo, kids, hide yo, kids. Oh, hide yo, kids. Wow, don't hide your kids.
It's a reference to an old video.
Oh.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband. You can't really finish the rest. But.
All right, so let's go and check out this build. get this done and check it out. So let's get this going. I know I spent a lot of time talking. The rest is not family friendly. Yeah, well, I said some not family friendly things earlier, and I apologize, guys. I'm really sad about that. I said thumb nuts. All right, here we go. This case didn't know the AIO does. It does come with thumb nuts. And by the way, I told Corsair about that. I was like, dude, you've ruined me. So, and they laughed. Justin was genuinely laughing. He's like, we might go get the name changed because he was like, after saying it out loud, I don't think that's an appropriate name for the. I was like, dude, I just want you to know. What do you think of the Asus COD RX 9070 XT? I mean, Jimmy O, I mean, you're probably just paying extra for the fact that it's COD, but it was, I mean, it's fine. No, it wasn't a Robey rant. It was just I was talking about, I was asking people if they wanted to, ask questions or honesty or anything like that. You know, if you want to just call me a penis, you can call me a, that sort of thing. So that's what it was. Najia, thank you very much for the sub. Okay. Which I don't think that's a bad word. I think I did a good. That's like a genetically appropriate word versus the D term. Versus the D word. I feel like the D word is like a little bit more.
Or the 27 other.
Yeah, towards another one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was trying to like say it in the kindest possible way. You know what I mean? Yeah. I could make it a medical show. We could like. I could go get a cadaver. We could start like cutting open cadavers. What do you guys think? Yeah. Nope. RT Final, hopefully you will we won't have to go to Paul's Hardware's permission. Yeah. How dare you? Yeah, I know. I don't really trust that very often. Build a PC and die of a cadaver. Wow, that'd be next level. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be weird. I kind of want to do it though.
I think you might have to ground yourself.
I have to ground myself. Uh-oh. I will say something that is super interesting is after seeing Mortal Kombat, maybe that's why. Build a P. Yeah, so we've already done that, Curse Lancer. I think somebody else had done that and talked about it. In the I'll be honest, man, the moisture for mini fridges not conducive. The second Mortal Kombat was good, by the way, guys. The first one, I watched the first and the second in the same day, and I actually really enjoyed that. So, taxidermy animal case. There we go. I'm gonna wait for one of my puppies to die, and then I'll build it inside of one of their bodies. My Maggie PC. Mini ITX. Here we go.
It's got very dark.
How would you? Okay, yeah, sorry. Fine.
Double grounded.
Double grounded. Yeah. So I will give it. So in the famous. So what is it? I finally gave in. In the famous words of Zach TechTuber, which is honestly where I've gotten my ad ideas from. Guys, the ads pay for the builds. They pay, like, all in all, you should be like, man, ads, it's awesome. Robey's actually gonna get some money for this, right? That's how we pay for this stuff. So that all goes towards us doing things. So as much as I hate them, I mean, the one way to get it is sub, right? Like that's the other way that you can do it is if you sub, then you don't have to worry about ads. But if you can't afford to sub, this is your way of helping support us, and it's just your time. So thank you, yeah. They're a necessary evil because not everybody can afford to do subs, and so we still need to be able to pay to do this stuff, you know?
Should we grab the decibel meter?
Oh yeah, did she put anything? What did we do? Dude, Johnny Cage was so good. He was so good. He was so good. He reminded me of Bones in Star Trek, which was so good. So, yeah. 96. Okay, thank you very much for Brian reminding me to do that. 96. This, I feel like this board does well with it, so we'll try to find out. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Brian's like close. Like he's like, guys, look at him, he's hovering. He wants to make sure I'm not gonna cheat. He's like right here. He like literally moved up like 8 inches to make sure that he can see what it's gonna be. Okay, here we go, 96. 96? 96.9 on the first one, there it is.
Very good.
There he goes, yeah. Woo, there we go, Blondie wins. That one did not.
Ooh.
That was terrible. 87.4 on that one. But you won.
That was about as crispy as a marshmallow.
Yeah, it was. It was really not crispy at all. That one was pretty terrible. Okay, so we got ramen. Oh, NVMe. Forgot about this. The X1070 making its second debut on the channel. Nope, there it is. I like the way that I do like the way that they package their stuff. Little shielded bag there. There it is. Does this one take, we've already tried this one. It's okay. It's missing, I did talk to the team at Seagate to see if they could add like some strawberry flavoring to the sticker and stuff like that, but yeah. But not so far. Oh, this actually comes with Game Pass. You get 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate with this. So the Xbox means that if you wanted to, it comes with PC Game Pass. So it's just you get a month of it with the branding, and that means that it's past their branding tests. Honestly, yeah, dude, I did not know that, Lansworth, but I will say Carl Urban was so good in Mortal Kombat 2, and he played Johnny Cage so well. I have not used the code because I have like Game Pass Ultimate for like 3 more years. I can't, like, I don't, and if you already have it, you can't add it. The 1 month doesn't get added to it. I don't know if it does. I don't know if we can do that, Toasty. Yeah, the Fire CUDA 530s were great. You're right, Araxis. I think right now, I don't think you're going to see a lot of that stuff, just given where NVMe prices are right now. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get Hobbs some. Guys, remember, I worked at Microsoft, so I have alum. So I'm a Microsoft alum, so I can get Game Pass for inexpensive. So it's not something I ever use.
If I ever played anything other than Rocket League, I would ask for it again.
Yeah, he doesn't. All he plays is Rocket League.
And it's so good.
You did.
I've been ranking up lately.
You were playing a different game though. You were trying.
I tried Requiem.
That's right.
I got like 3 hours in, and I'll go back to it. It's bookshelf for a little bit.
Yeah, he's bookshelved it. There we go, guys. Okay, so that's in. Mobo's close. Let's go ahead and take a look at our, I don't know why I'm walking over here with the, let's go ahead and take a look at our AIO, which I promised not to open and close 83,000 times, because that drives a certain camera guy better.
Better every day.
So let's take a look at what our mounting mechanism is for this. Oops. Oh. Okay, so we have our Intel socket, or sorry, AMD socket, there it is. Oh, it comes with a screwdriver. How fancy. Oh, go that. Can we get it out? Okay, AMD socket, here we go. What we got here? I think thermal pastes, I think this does not have thermal paste on it because we've used this AIO. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing the dot method. We're getting closer to getting through the NTH2 and we'll go back to NTH1. DJ. Okay, so this is using the universal mount, which is cool. Let's grab our WoW stick, or the Owen Wilson stick. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna pop this out here. Sometimes this doesn't work on this, but sometimes it does. Because sometimes it like strips it and you have to use the LTT screwdriver, which we have links for.
Man, Lonnie was on that.
She always is. She's
Good
ready
job.
to go. She's pro.
Sheesh.
She knows. She's ready to go at all times. Okay, so we got that open now. Let's throw the thing on there. Okay, there we go. It says CPU is in the middle. Okay, so we do this.
Oh, Joshua, I'm doing quite well. Had a good weekend. It was a little busy, but it was good. Had a friend in from Texas. Got to hang out with him.
I got no calls to go hang out with him at all.
I was busy.
None. I got no calls.
Well, you went and saw a movie without me.
Yeah, but it's because I knew you were busy because you didn't call me.
Oh, okay.
You gotta call me first, bro.
It's a one-way street over here.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so can't use that on there. So now we're using this one. Oh, it's got a USB attached to it. I don't know where that came from.
We got a request to hydrate. We got a stretch.
I don't think, these don't.
Do people get to tell you which way they want you to stretch?
No, that would be dangerous. I feel like I should use the silver screws for this. I don't think I want to use, I don't know, maybe. It did go in. Maybe this is fine. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. It feels like if it's in there. There we go. It's just interesting, right? Like most of the time you just use the other ones that come with this, but this actually comes with screws for this. So we're gonna put it in there. They do not tell me which way. I think that would just be dangerous, Brian. Hey, I'm trying to build a PC 9016R7 B650 32, cost $2,326. Should I build now or wait till the end of the year for need? Mainly playing Valorant Warzone for now. So Son of Infinity, for that price, you should be able to do a 9060 XT 16 gig. I don't know if prices are gonna get better. I think most of what I've seen from most people is that especially just given MOBO prices and all those other things, that it seems like the smarter move is just to get it done now versus doing it waiting, because it just feels like every other day there's some other like new thing that's gotten more expensive. So I don't feel like wait and see, has paid off for most folks. There has been a couple folks who, RAM did get a little bit cheaper. I will say, potentially around Prime Day or Memorial Day, you might be able to find some additional sales, but it just doesn't seem like that has been, it just really hasn't worked out for most people. So that's kind of where I'm at, right, with that. So Kurosaki, it's the mystery screwdriver because you don't know what combination, like if you wanted like the specific, like the crystal or anything, it's just you get a random combination of colors. That's why it's called the mystery screwdriver. Yeah. Yeah, like right now just building PCs is just tough, right? That's kind of where it's at. Okay, so we're putting this up there. I didn't close it all the way. I still had to put the thing down a little bit, the way he looks at me, he judges me all the time. Yeah. And yeah, he's not wrong. Araxis is right? Especially if you combine that CPU with that GPU and play at 1080p for COD and Valorant, you think you're gonna be really happy with that combination. I'm gonna give it a little bit more here just to make sure. Okay. We did the R method. I saved for Game Pass and have $140 saved up. Okay, so everything there is good. We're now ready to put this inside of the case. So here we go. Brianna, here we go. Ooh, okay, that just comes off. I was expecting a little bit of like, okay, let's peel this inside one, right? I was expecting like maybe screw in the middle, but nope. Okay, there's that. Let's grab some water real quick. We're gonna do a stretch. Okay, there's a hydrate. Stretch. That was good. Okay. Last day for Horde. Yeah, today is the last day for that build. So it's funny, Wizade, I was just reading that people said that they saw improvements if you use the dedicated game mode. Last I read is not everybody has had it show up for them yet, so we're waiting for it to be like fully rolled out to everybody, and then we'd love to do some testing. Yeah, that was a wiggle, not a stretch. It was a wiggle stretch. It's the newest move out of
This is how it would help for them to dictate what kind of stretching you do.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Shush, shush your face. Okay, so there we go. We got our. This is one of the things I love about Lian Li is the little
But is it
love it.
labeled like Corsair though?
It says thumb nuts. Let's take a look here.
Is it properly clinically labeled?
Clinically labeled? What is it? What does clinically labeled mean?
I was referring back to
It was a striggle.
the P word.
Okay, there we go. Okay. There's the case. It's so small. Okay, so we looks like we have a anti-sag bracket, but it's up here. Oh, look at this, Brian. It literally clamps to hold up the GPU. So it's got a top and a bottom, which is pretty neat. We got those beautiful infinity type fans, and it is BTF. So if we wanted to do BTF, you could, which is cool. So you could do Project Zero. I think Project Zero and Asus have micro ATX BTF boards. It is missing, I noticed. No, it's there. Oh, it's just in the wrong place. So that one I need to move down. So you have one standoff that's kind of in a weird spot, so we're just gonna move. No, not that one. I chose wrong! Yeah, BTF is called Back to the Future. And that's what it stands for, because it's back connect, that's why they call it BTF. There we go. Put that in. And then we seal that right there. Okay, perfect. So we're good. Best tech forever. I don't think that's what they meant, but it works. It works. Bring the fun. I'm making a budget PC. Can you rate AMD? Can you rate the spec? So Mr. Afro, the best way to do that is to jump over to our Discord server and ask on the Discord. It's harder for me to do that just on a live stream, just because I'm juggling a lot right now, bro. But ask on Discord, because they will absolutely rate it. And we have some incredible tech people who are there who that's their passion, man. Whoa. I feel like, okay, that's like halfway out. I have to use the thing to get that back down. Look at that. See, it's like off.
Oh yeah.
So I have to kind of push that back down with the stick. I just noticed. Sometimes when you try and get those things out when we're taking them apart, they get a little pulled out. It does, right? DJ Techno, it looks a little bit like a faint R. You're not wrong. So T Bagswell, to Wednesday's build, will have kind of a similar vibe as well for the pink Trikes build that we're doing. So that one will also be BTF. Okay, let's grab this, and we need our screws.
Friendly reminder: this is the last stream that we're offering the giveaway for the Horde.
And here's a non-friendly reminder: Plastic, get it in!
Make it happen.
Yeah, get your link in, guys. This is it. This is the last day. We gave you both a friendly and a non-friendly reminder. Which one did you like more? You tell us. Okay, what is going on here?
So what level are you on WoW?
Wow. I'm max. Yeah, max level. Why do you ask?
I don't know. It felt like you were behind for a little while.
No, I got it all caught up. I haven't had a chance to play in a while, but yeah, I'm max level. Actually, my gear score is nice and good now, which is good. What are you doing? Oh, air.
It's no longer helping.
Oh. What is going on here with this? Is it? I feel like I'm trying to get this. Am I hitting something, or what is going on? Does this one work? Okay, I got one in. Took like 3 hours to get one screw in, guys.
So you would say the tooling's not very good.
This one, it's just not lined up the right way, but I don't know why. Usually not a problem you have with Lian Li cases. Yeah,
no fan cables in the way.
No, that's what I was checking. Nothing was like plugged in or something like that, but it does feel like it's just not quite lining up. That might have made it though, what I just did. Seems to be okay now. go. Feels better. Robey, can you share the details about your next PC giveaway? It's the best. It's the best. It's the Alliance. I think, Blondie, we should have a graphic for it already. I think he already made a graphic for it. Zemo, thank you for the lurk. It is, if you guys want to, if we want to do a link to the stream, you could show a link to the stream. I just realized I didn't post the questions on all of the different, I only posted on Instagram. No, not the boo to the Alliance. It's boo to the better build. So, yeah. It's okay, Eileen Lewis. Just we'll make sure you don't win it. No, it's also more powerful. So not only is it that, the Midnight PC was over. Yeah, we did that. We already gave that one away. So now we're at the Midnight PC was the Midnight PC was the most powerful of the three of them. So if you check the way, yeah, we'll draw it. I'll draw it sometime tonight. I don't think I'm going against the grain. I'm just basically screwing them in. I don't think it's going against the grain. At least it's going in. Like that was like there was a little time there it wasn't even going in, but yeah, it seems to be okay. There we go. Okay, so we got it in now. Everything's in. Everything's good. Everything's fine. How are you? You were being goofy? I think your name is Joshua, not Goofy. What page is not working, Zemu? We announced the winner for that a while ago. If you want to now, Blondie can tell you who the winner was. We announced that winner a while ago. Yeah, the page goes away when we start the next, or like after the second one, because then this one will stay up for a little while and then it goes down too. Okay. Okay, so we have everything in now. Let's get our stuff in. Get our cables. Which are like, dude, check it out, man. They've like got them all like right here. It's all ready to go. For the Alliance one, for the WoW Midnight, yeah. You have to send that to. I don't think that giveaway is dead. Yeah, the build's done. Yeah, it's all cable managed. Just don't connect it up. So send Blondie a link so she can see if he can take points. But the one that's up is the World of Warcraft Horde build. This should be the one that is taking points right now. That one is ending tonight. Okay, there we go. Come on. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Oh. Let go. Let go. Nardu, it depends on your environment, but I have a tendency to do it once every 3 or 4 months. Is pretty regularly for me. Okay. So I'm gonna work on this one first, Brian, because I need to get that bit picked in. Yeah, the Falcon Northwest Tiki is the one after the Alliance PC. So Dorian the Critic, because I got sick. I got very sick, and then I had that emergency. We just pushed it because the thing is when we have these are sponsored giveaways, and so we have to have so many streams, and so we pushed it. It was originally supposed to be a couple weeks ago, but because of that, we wanted to make sure that the people, Asus, Patriot, the people who actually gave us all the parts, like got the appropriate airtime for it, etc. Yeah. Yeah, the food poisoning. Yeah, that sucked. Okay, here we go. I got to get this to go down. Guys, it's like... Oh, no, the whole thing's off. Okay, I can put it back on, and then I'll have, this will be a Kevin figure out problem. I can't tell if there's, where's my phone? Feels like there's a bent pin. There is a bent pin. Looks there's a couple bent pins. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay, so we're not gonna put that in. We're gonna let that get fixed. So, okay, I'll have Kevin look that up. We'll figure that, he's got like a whole thing for getting those fixed, but we will not be putting that in. Okay, that was just plain damage. Okay, so let's put this in now, USB-C. Okay, 109 degrees, Lord, that is terrible. That's not even, you shouldn't be live right now. Okay. HD audio. There we go. Okay, next up we have, this is for our hub. So this is fan and RGB. Be really close to each other. There's fan. Is there RGB down here? There's a 4-pin. That's weird. There's another 4-pin. There's all the 3 pins are up there. It looks like they have AIO pump, and then so we can run it off of that. Okay, so we're gonna run this up here, and we'll run like this. So we'll run this one up here. Run that one down. We'll run this over and through. There we go. And there is our RGB for that. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. And then we have our unified front panel header. That's going to go right down here. And that's going to plug in right here. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our front panel connections. For some reason we have this. This is probably what was supposed to be holding that screw thing down, but it broke. It came out, slipped out, so we're going to get rid of that. We're essentially good to go, boys and girls. Okay, so now let's get our cable management done. Initial round, and then we'll put in our AIO. Okay. So most of this, actually, I will say Lian Lee did a really good job of just kind of the initial round of cable management here, which is great. Okay, so we'll get this stuff kind of going here. Get all our extra zip ties out here. Okay. We're just gonna kind of clean this stuff up right now. All right, there we go. Landsworth, thank you much for the 5 gifted subs, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. That's the stuff that helps us tremendously. That's why you're grounded. Thank you for helping. You're grounded. Why? Okay. Put this one right here. With an Xbox. There you go, Landsworth. I like it. And guys, also do not forget, because it is worth bringing up, and I want to bring this up, is do not forget, I do need more support. I actually haven't checked on how things are going with the raising money for the climb, but do not forget, I am raising money for Footprints of Fight, for the climb for Mount Whitney. That's coming up at the end of June. Trying to get, so again, let's drop the link for that. If you wouldn't mind helping, it helps families with pediatric cancer. We raise money to help them with things like cleaning, food, all that sort of stuff. Incredible cause. With my buddy Jake Nettleton, it's his nonprofit organization. He has a daughter who went through cancer and just like learned a lot. Huh?
His son. His
son, yeah. And so incredible organization. And so we've done stuff with them now for multiple years, trying to raise $3,000 plus before the climb coming up. So if you wouldn't mind being a part of supporting that, that would be huge. And there's a link right there. Help us help kids. Or families. It's actually, I don't want to underplay it because it's pretty awesome.
It really is. Because like the last thing that you want to deal with while your kid's going through cancer treatments is your grass being overgrown and your car
all
being
the other
filthy,
stuff, yeah.
Your house falling apart. And so Footprints of Fight comes in and helps out relieve the families of those stresses. It's really awesome.
I don't know if they take Bitcoin. I'm not sure. That I'm not aware of. I don't know. That's a good question. But I don't, for some reason I don't feel like they do, but maybe. I don't know.
I don't see why not.
I don't see, yeah. You can check, the link is there for the fundraising. That's the first time I've actually ever been asked that question. If you want to give me 30 Bitcoin. Just kidding. I don't even know what Bitcoin's at anymore.
Was it like 20-something thousand?
Yeah, that would do it. 1 Bitcoin. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we have it kind of cleaned up here now. Trying to get this done here. And I'll find out. I know we don't have any update, but I'll find out. So has anybody actually had a chance to do to support? Because I'd love to know, so that way when I reach out to them, I'm like, hey, how's our support doing? Then at least I'll be able to say, I know people said that they gave us 90 stream streak. Whoa, Sarah, wow. That way I'll be able to say people have, so. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got, that seems cleaner. Seems like it's in a good spot here. $50X, that should be okay. For 1440p, you might see a slight bottleneck, but it won't be anything too terrible. So that should be fine for a 5070 Ti. Okay, so we got all that. It's all cleaned up now. The one cable is here, so Kevin can hopefully fix that, and then everything else is ready to go. I'm just gonna clean these up from Lian Lee here. They're technically mine. Okay, there we go. I don't know why they left like a big amount there. Perfect. Okay, so now let's get our AIO installed. Next part of this. Anything else looks good. Nice clean. Well, that's not good. It's like super out. Let's fix that. Easy fix though. I like it. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Okay, nice, flat, everything's good. Okay, cool. All right, so we're good there. Let's go and get our AIO in, which we have plenty of room for, which will be great. I think what I'm gonna do just to be safe though, Brian, I'm gonna go ahead and put in our CPU cable from our PSU. Just to be safe. Twisted PC, not so far so good. They have a lot of room, lots of tie downs, all that sort of stuff. It's been really easy. Even the cables that they gave me are really straightforward for cable management. So far, I'd say the experience is really good. Yeah, no complaints. I haven't felt like there's any complaints. Yeah. Okay, just grabbing that one cable. Yeah, really no issues whatsoever. I think the only thing I'm just being aware of is that like I'm probably gonna have some tightness right here with the CPU and just clearance with the AIO. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this plugged in and routed just so I don't have to worry about it. So that's the key thing I'm doing right now. But I mean, that's just lots of experience building PCs and being like, that might be a problem. But yeah, I got it in and we're good there. Okay, so now let's grab our AIO and get that in. But yeah, now we got that plugged in. It's gonna make it easy. Okay, now the good thing about this AIO, and one of the things I really appreciate about it, is that it's all put together already. So grab our accessory bin here. There's our hider, all of our extra cables. There we go. We're gonna grab a drink. Feeling thirsty. Feeling thirsty. Boom. Okay, I'm feeling less thirsty now because I drank something. Did you see that, Brian? It's pretty much amazing. Okay.
I missed it. Keep doing it again.
No, I'm good. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna let go of the, it's stuck in there really tight like. Ooh, come on. Whoa.
He looks like a nice strong pup.
Okay, there's that. There we go. There we go. Goes right there. So this is why you have to have like a little bit, like we're making sure there's a little bit additional room in the back to be able to hide the hoses here. So that's the key thing here. Not closing it all the way,
Okay.
just partially. And then that is gonna slide on. Now here we have cables in the back here. Everything's all unified, which is really nice. So there's all of our cables.
kind of dad joke event.
Oh, we got.
Request eventually.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get Landsworth squared away there. He's grounded, so I gotta throw him a bone here. Oops. Okay, here we go. Dad joke. Of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. By the way, do you know why they call him Lord? Why they call Darth Vader Lord Vader and not Master Vader? Because all the stormtroopers would giggle with Master Vader.
I must be a stormtrooper. That's terrible. Oh no. You're triple grounded today.
What? Just saying. Wait, where's all my, oh, they're right there, okay. It's like I was looking for the screws for this. Okay, there. That was family friendly. Was it not? Master Vader is totally fine.
You're not saying Vader though.
I'm saying Master Vader.
Okay.
I said Master Vader.
Okay.
Guys, get your heads out of the clouds. I don't know if it's translucent. I don't is it trans? I don't think it's translucent, is it? He said he says it's translucent.
When he sees what?
He said he could see through my shirt, and he's like, "Is it a little translucent?" I was like, "I have no idea." It was a dad joke. It was literally one of the dad jokes on there. Okay, here we go. I thought it was a cute joke.
Cute.
It was cute. Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Always the fun. This is where the micro ATX always gets in the way. Okay. Okay, not a big deal. I actually have no idea. It's like standard mechanic shirt material. I think it's made of transparent aluminum.
I'd say polyester and cotton.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it in there now. Brian said it's made from the same thing that 1970s bowling shirts are made out of, polyester and cotton.
And secondhand smoke.
And secondhand smoke. Oh, man.
Firm.
Wow, this is like tight. We're gonna get this. We're close. There we go. Ugh. It's like there. What am I hitting? Not that. Is it this fan? Like, what am I hitting? Oh, it's here. Okay. I'm hitting the DRM. Ooh, okay. There it is. I don't know if this is gonna fit. It's like, it's really close. I might have to do,
You might have to take those off.
might need to move further down. It feels like it's hitting this, and it might need to go a little bit further over. Okay, hold on. Can I go more right or left is the question. I can go more left, okay. Okay, there's another cable right here. Hold on. Okay. I think right there. Right there. Pushing it over a little bit. Might make the cables a little bit.
Can you remove one of these?
Yeah, I could. But I don't know if I need to. It's actually this part that needs to go over. But I don't know if I need to yet. Hold on. Might need to just to get this out. Oh yeah, there, that screw is in there too, okay. Gosh darn it. A little bit of a thinner screw head, there you go. There we go. Nope. Is that the right screw? Yeah, it is, okay. There we go, okay. There we go, okay, got it. Okay, we're gonna see if that works. We pushed it quite a bit over. It has to go in like this first. Ow. That really hurt. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use a hydro shift with this. Yeah, it's hitting this back VRM.
Couldn't you just use it normally if you took off those bracket things?
No, it's not really meant for that though. I guess I could and just use it like not as a hydro shift. But I don't see it. It kind of defeats the purpose of using the AI. Well, I mean, I guess you could just have it come off the side, I guess. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the thing is that this back area is too fat. So I could still have it just come down from the back, which would be cool. So we're just going to take these off. I don't know if I'll be able to hit these brackets though. I don't know if I'm able to get this off, dude. Oh yeah, I can. Just go like this. There we go. There we go. It's funny because I think that would actually fit just fine without this. It's not even hitting the back ones yet. Back where it needs to go in there. There we go. This is why I think they give you all this flexibility with this thing. So you can try and hide as much of the tube as possible. There we go.
Racing DC said he took his bracket off.
Yeah, you can take your bracket off. I'm just trying to see what it's hitting. And it's like, and if I go like this, there we go, now we get the room. What am I hitting? Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go one more bracket off. One more bracket off. Well, that's good. Okay, there we go. I don't know how to get this out of there though. Because this one, well, I guess we'll find out when I take it off. There we go. Oh, there it is. So it just pops off like that. Okay. There we go. So it has the depth, but it didn't have the across the whole thing. There we go. What are you hitting now? What are you hitting now? Oh, it's hitting. It's actually hitting the VRM here. It's like it's not even have the clearance like right here. So it's like it's not even fitting like a regular. Like it's like it's so fat. It's not even hitting the. Like now I have it so clean, but it's like jammed in here. It doesn't even feel like it fits a 360. Hey, Zendu, thank you very much for the sub. It's like the screw. It's okay. Wait, no. Yeah, see this? See, it's here. It's this. It's hitting the VRM here, and it's like it doesn't fit here. It's like the motherboard is keeping this like to be able to do the back screw here, and it's just flat out. It just doesn't fit. And all of the rest of it like lines up, it's just it doesn't line up there. And I don't know if it's I mean, I can try. Let me just try real quick. Take this out and just try another 360. These fans are a little bit, maybe these fans are just a little bit thick. They do seem a little bit wider. So let me just try I'm just gonna try a normal 360 real quick and then just see. Easy one. It's going to take this core liquid real quick and see if just a normal 360 fits. If it's just that maybe the Lian Li is just extra wide. Yeah, I wanted something that was already put together, you know? Yeah, see, that fits no
No
problem.
problem.
Oh, nope, nope, it doesn't. See, look. Even a standard, right? It doesn't quite line up. And the motherboard, I don't have the motherboard too far. It just flat out, it doesn't quite, it's like the motherboard's too fat. But see, it's like, no, but I'm literally, this is just a normal 360. And it does not, the motherboard, and it's not, the only thing it's hitting, if you look right here, Brian, it's hitting the back of what it's hitting is this, right? And that's not even crazy, but it's literally hitting this and it's not lining up. So I think it's like the case. So it's a VR, it's this, if you had like a thinner one of these, it's not the AI, no, the AIO has plenty of room. So DJ Techno, if you look here, the AIO it's not a front fan problem. It is literally, you can see here that the screw is here. This screw, it's hitting the Mobo. So it's the case. Yeah, does not fit a 360. And if it does, you have to have a much thinner motherboard. Ow. Now I've hurt my hand on this thing like 3 times.
Oh, Landsworth had the same problem and didn't speak up
Well,
this whole time.
Well, I don't think it's yeah.
Just kidding. But like, if it's the width though, wouldn't a 360 or a 280 even be the same problem?
No, a 280 would not, because it would be, well, I wouldn't do a 280. You could do a 240. So Braxel, no. Again, the standoff, you could, I mean, maybe if you did half an inch, but dude, nobody's gonna have extra standoffs. You know what I mean? Like, that really just kind of surprises me. That the case, so Araxness says that there's a video for it, but I'm looking at this and I don't see like how it's gonna fit, because it's literally what it's hitting is the back thing, and nobody's got, yeah, it's not, but it's not even so Metzer, it's not, the board itself is not extra thick. Like, it's nothing like that. Like, this is a big fitment issue. Genuinely a fitment issue. Yeah, let's put this back together so I can get this put away, and then we'll probably have to just switch our cooling solution to like air cooler or something, which is fine. But the thing is like, okay, so he sent me a link. Hold on, let me see what he says. Let me see what it's doing, because let me see if he's doing something different. Maybe the Oris is a little... Yeah, he just was able to fit, but mine did not fit. Like, it's like, I tried it with 2 different motherboards, and maybe it's and there's no lower position for the Mobo or anything like that. I mean, it could, I mean, dude, you can actually see where it's like hitting up against the Mobo. Now his board, like his, honestly, his Mobo doesn't have this. So maybe it is. No, I think what it is, honestly, if, here, Brian, if you can show us this. So if you look at his Mobo, so his Mobo, I think it's this right here. So you could do a different Mobo, right? But see how mine goes up and over? But if you look at his, so his, doesn't have this little lip part here, so it might be the Mobo. Yeah. So that's the only thing I can think is it's because this is what it's hitting. That right there is keeping this from being offset, so you can't do this. When you look at his Mobo that he's using, and you'll have to show off the screen here. So his Mobo, no, it has something similar. I don't know if it's just his is thinner or what, but yeah, when you pop it in there, like mine, the AIO, when I even use the MSI one, the AIO is hitting this, and it's causing the whole thing, it's hitting this, and it's causing the whole thing not be able to line up with the screws. I don't know if it's just, maybe this is just that much thicker than his or whatever it was, but it just doesn't seem to fit. And I'll tell Lian Lee, like, you know what I mean? I think the whole thing is the right thing to do at this point in time is just to grab an air cooler and switch to an air cooler. Because I don't see, like, and I'm gonna tell Lian Lee, like, hey guys, I did it with this motherboard and this AIO, and I tried 2 AIOs and it doesn't work. We'll just switch to an air cooler, guys. It's fine. It's got the fans for it. I think it's a Mobo issue, but the other thing too is that, like, if it doesn't work on one, there's going to be other Mobos it's not going to work to. Yeah, you know what I mean? So the right call is to, like, say, okay, well, we should still let Lian Lee know. Because I think that's the right thing.
Yeah, I think we missed. Zenu dropped 10 gifted subs.
Yeah, I did. No, I said that. Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I grounded him. I didn't ground him yet, but I will.
You're going to.
Yeah, and I'll definitely let Lian Lee know that I'll be like, hey, I tried it with this and this, and it just flat out didn't work, right? And that's why we do it, right? Like it's learning, and we want it to be better. And they can go and watch the video, and I can show it, right? Like that's the best thing about it. It's like I'm like, you can go watch the video, but we're just gonna pivot to a air cooler. I think that's the right call here, just so we can still get a build out of it. Now this has some weird clearances with air coolers too, so we'll have to figure that out. Hopefully we'll find one that fits.
Braxel, that's pure speculation. He said it would have worked had I paid him his $50.
Yeah, I'll send them both videos because they obviously had the link in there, but dude, it was... I think it's one of those things that I think there's going to be certain motherboards, and that makes it whack, right? That makes it really hard because, like, not everybody lists like, oh, here's my VRM thickness, you know? So it makes it a little bit weirder in that regard. I was really excited how this build was going to turn out too. Now I'm frustrated.
I think Braxel probably just would have got his drill and drilled a new hole.
Probably. It's like, I'm just making my own way. Well, I mean, we found it, right? Like, we literally have it. Like, we can show with this board and this board, right? Like, and I can let, I don't know PC Part Picker, but I will say, it doesn't work. And you guys saw that. And I tried it with a normal thin size AIO and this one, and neither one of them worked. I mean, you guys see it, right? Like I'm not doing anything crazy, and I tried it with two different boards, so not a whole lot more I can do to make it better. Shoehorn? It wasn't a shoehorn. And I literally pinched my finger twice, guys. I took pain to get this in. Where's my support for that? Where's my pain support? Lian Lee better be paying me pain support. Just kidding. It's well, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't have an answer, right? Because the other thing too is I don't feel like I don't know which one's outside of tolerance. Okay. It's an easy fix. Well, I mean, it won't be crazy to get figured out, right? I just really would have liked the way that looked. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, audible, hot, hot, hot.
See, Joshua, thanks for jumping in.
The motherboard cannot be lowered. I did check that. It's not like the other Lian Lee cases where it has a bunch of different positions, like the Vision or stuff like that. There's nothing like that on this. See you later, Joshua. Thank you again, man. There we go. Well, that's all put away. See if we can find a different... Go find an air cooler for it. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. See what we got here. Oh, they're there. Okay, we'll throw a Phantom Spirit 120 SE ARGB in here. They're like, that's like the usual. It's got enough fan room for it, so it should be fine. Oh, I can fix this here. Put the case thing back in. No, it's 240. It wouldn't be 280. I don't think it does. I don't think it supports a 240. There we go. I think a lot of people have complained that there's a lot of stuff that PC Part Picker doesn't actually catch up. This is not the first time we've seen that where PC Part Picker hasn't seen something. I mean, it very clearly with this Mobo, this combination does not work. And honestly, like, not working with a tough board is kind of, I mean, like a tough B850 is probably one of the most popular boards out there, right? So kind of a big one not to work with, yeah. Okay. This should be fine. Okay, let's get these out. The motherboard being inside is going to make this a little bit more tricky, but I'll just run the cables to the back instead of what I normally do. Should be fine. Usually I'll do all the cable management outside of the case, right? Just makes it a little bit easier, but oh well, it'll be fine. Still going to look good. Okay. Okay. Let's grab our extra stuff. Here we go. Ooh, okay, there we go. Red. Red, red, red. I will definitely let Lian Lee know for sure, guys. But I still want to finish the build, so. When all else fails, we pivot. Which is good, right? What's up, Fozzie? How are you, man? It's an easy fix. I just hope there's enough room for this air cooler, guys. That's my only fear, because I know this has a cooler clearance issue. But we will find out right now. We put this on. Okay, it feels fine. Okay, it's good. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good, Brian. We're good.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Making sure there's no peel. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. I was a little worried about height, but we're good.
Yeah.
It's going to hide our RGB RAM, unfortunately, but that's okay. low price to pay for actually functioning build, though. I would agree, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to throw it away. Like, you know, it's like, for me, it's all about, we still want to finish the build and see what, you know, again, this is exploration of the case. This is why we do these streams, right? It's just to try all the different cases. It did feel like a pretty safe, you know, we're going to use Lian Li with Lian Li with Lian Li, and you're like, okay, never mind, we're not going to do that, you know? Yeah, we'll just have the RGB in our imagination, that's right. Okay, let's get our fans here. There we go. This is always the fun part, though, when you're building like smaller form factor cases, though, right? There's always that little bit of like, okay, is this all going to fit like we'd hoped? And they're like, oh no, it isn't. Ooh. All right, still gonna. I was like, that's on the edge, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we got that out. Okay. Okay, let's get this in. I do not know if they have another version of this, of the other one. This is a micro ATX, yes, though. That is not, this seems... Making sure that's not quite... I don't know why this isn't straight, but it feels like something is like hitting it, or... There we go. There we go. Okay, everything looks good there. Oop. There we go. Okay, let's grab this. There we go, plugging that in and this in. Okay, and then this is going to go right here in the top for the CPU fan. Pulling this one through. That one should be able to go on the... Okay, cool. There we go. Now we have a cooler. We're back to a good stock, a good place, guys. Just gonna pull this through. Okay, what we're doing right now is just winding through the, there we go. Okay. Make sure our cables are clean. Oh, yay. Boys and girls, we are through. Yay, okay. Okay, whoo. That was some work, but we got it in. We got it done. Okay, let's get our air cooler just kind of connected together and call it a day here. It'll still look good. I just think it would have looked really cool if we could have gotten the AIO to do what we wanted it to do, but c'est la vie, you know what I'm saying? C'est la vie. That's what Brian tells me all the time, c'est la vie. And I'm like, why do you say that? But now I understand why he says it all the time, c'est la vie. Okay.
My boat is called La Vie.
My boat is called La Vie?
Yeah, so when you're gonna
Sail on it.
sail on it.
There we go. All right, there we go. Actually kind of a smart name for a boat. I say La Vie. All right, let's get this last little bit connected, and then we're basically all we have is our PSU cables. It's a nice little distraction there. But we have solved it now. Solved the PSU cable problem. Still looking clean. There we go. Okay, all that's in. Close that down. Perfecto. Okay. There we go. Okay, so all that's in. PSU has already started, so now let's get our other PSU cable in here. All we have is like we have 3 cables to plug in our GPU. So let's get our GPU installed and go from there. I mean, lots of tie downs and all that stuff for this build, which is great. I mean, like the case, like outside of just that one little fitment issue, I mean, like the case has been very forgiving, you know what I mean? Which has been nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so now let's get our PSU, or sorry, let's get our GPU in. That's the next step, actually. Hey, D-Matt, thank you very much for the sub. Do appreciate it. A little bit of a rough build, but we're making it. Even though Brian's over here making fun of me the whole time. You suck, Robey. You're the worst builder. I'm like, dang, bro. Dang, bro, I thought you were on my side. There it is, guys. What do you think? Looks good, though. We all are, thanks. Thanks, Sergeant Nobody. Wow.
I think the heat's making me sleepy.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely not the build speed. It's so fast and insane. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get our GPU in. I'm excited about this GPU. I love how this GPU looks. Ugh. Expert. Oh, look at it. And it's got this little sag bracket here. If I wanted to use it, we have the built-in one. It's thick. It's a thick boy. There we go. I love that GPU. That's just the design for it is so good.
It's unfortunate that the design goes on the bottom, you know,
Yeah,
because you can't usually see it.
unless you vertically mount it.
Exactly.
Bet it smells amazing. It smells like ozone. Now I gotta close that all the way. We're gonna see if we need the GPU sag bracket. Trying to be efficient here for Brian.
Good call.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, there's that. I just got to figure out how the sag bracket works. Looks good. Let's use the other one here. Now, you might be, I usually don't do this, guys, but you might have noticed I mixed MSI with Asus. This card doesn't have any RGB, so I don't have to worry about it. So this one I'm not, it's like kind of doing Zotac with another one. So I didn't have to worry about RGB controls on this one, which is why I was okay with having the two brands together. Okay, let me see how this works. I see it. I don't exactly know how this thing, oh, does it rotate? Like, how does this work?
Thank you.
Windows closed.
I closed it like an hour or so ago. It's on now. Thank you.
Feels like it might slide down. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the instructions versus, I'm just gonna not pretend that I'm just gonna take it apart and figure it out. This one looks a little bit more like, okay, how does this work? Okay. Cable routing for GPU, that's nice, thank you. Fans. Hard drives. Motherboard, tool. PSU. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, loosen screw one side up to secure GPU. Loosen screw and slide left right to avoid GPU. The graphic card is adjustable to avoid interference with graphic card fan area. Okay, but where's the, how do I get it to go up and down? Does it on the back side? Let me see. Looks like it needs some height, but I'm trying to, oh, okay, there it is. Oh, wow, okay, cool. Okay, so here, Brian, so I'll show you. So the sag bracket is right here. So you loosen this screw here. Right there. And then this allows it to get pushed up and down. Apparently, maybe. That screw right there. Okay, yeah, that's how it is. See this right here? So this is what moves it up and down. And it's this screw that tightens it right here.
Just all these other things are in the way.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. So we didn't want it to sag. So this basically sets it up. And then you can move it left and right to have it not hit the fan area, but we don't have to worry about that. So we're just gonna put it right there and tighten it down. Okay, so that will not, that's cool. That's a really neat sag bracket design actually. So now it's holding it up. So now you can see the sag bracket's actually holding it up there. And then this one. And then you can do this one too. I don't know how this is going to work here, but weird. Okay. So this will allow you to drop it down if you want to pinch it, but okay, so there's one more level you can go down with it. So hopefully it's like, it looks like it's pretty much just unscrew it. But I'm actually going to just remove it because this one's going to hit that fan. No, maybe not. And then you can put it right here. Whoop. And then you drop the screw. Shoot, where'd the screw? Oh, there it is. Okay. So now you have like this multi-tiered, I don't know if you can have one that's like literally, yeah, there it is. So if you put it right there, it'll screw it in, then it'll lock it there.
In case you want to mount your PC upside down.
Or I think it's just because for travel purposes, like if you were gonna like use it as a LAN rig or whatever it was, now your PSU is, I mean your GPU is like pinched. So now it's not going to move, which is kind of cool. So there it is. It's not sagging and it's like pinched between two places. So even if you jostle it, right, it's not going to move, which is pretty cool. So yeah, nice little setup there for the GPU sag bracket. That's pretty cool. And I just got to connect all the cables for PSU and we have a finished build. So we do not need the sag bracket, Brian. I can put this away. You notice I don't have to reopen the whole thing. I can just stick it in here because it's already open.
So efficient.
Okay, so there's that. Now we just need our PSU cables. We have one already hooked up and cable managed. Okay. Are you Mick Robey? No, I'm not MacGyver's brother. Yeah, guys, let's hit that thumbs up button. Let's hit those likes. And don't forget, let's go to capture real quick. Well, let's do a couple things. Don't forget, link your Stream Elements account with your Twitch account because that is what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. This is your last day to get in on this giveaway, right? Worldwide giveaway, exclamation point giveaway help for all your information on that. So that is currently happening. Today's the last day to get in on this PC giveaway. The new one starts tomorrow with Damien's game stream. So this is your last stream to earn points for this one. And then also, let's go through parts list real quick. Now, obviously, the one thing that's changed is that we have a different different air cooler. So we have the Thermalright, Peerless Assassin, the Phantom Spirit PA120, right? The Phantom Spirit SE, 120 SE. So we're using the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3E, the Asus TUF B850M Plus Wi-Fi, MSI Expert RTX 5070 Ti OC, Seagate Fire CUDA 2 TB X1070 NVMe drive, 32 gigs of 6000 mega transfer Z5 Neo RGB RAM, the Lian Vector V150INF in black. Instead of the cooler, we're not using the HydroShift 2 LCD-C, we're actually using the Phantom Spirit 120 SE, a Corsair RM850E, and then the estimated wattage is 529 watts. So that is what we're using on today's stream. Yeah. Okay, so let's grab our stuff we need for our PSU. There we go. So we need that and this. And we need one SATA. Nobody's SATA when we need a SATA cable. There we go. Yeah, we got to figure out. I think the only thing is just you just got to be smart about potentially the MOBO. It looks like you got to use on this one. All right, there we go. There we go. There's our cables. Just need our. There's our screws. You are screwed, sir. There we go. There we go. Okay, put that in there. Okay. Okay, let's get our in. There we go. GPU. And then we have our one SATA for our hub. Okay, there's all that stuff. There we go, perfect. Oh, shoot. Oh. Little rubber thing came off over here. There we go. Okay, one more time. Getting close, guys, to the build being done. Let's hit those thumbs up, guys. Let's get those likes done so we can do the giveaway. Come on. Get those started. Tighten it. Okay, there we go. Let's do our, oh shoot. Okay, luckily I can get to it right here. Whoa.
You put it the wrong end.
Can I even do that? Oh, I did. That's weird. Put it in backwards.
At least there's not a giant radiator in front of it.
Yeah, in front of it. Okay, let's pop this in. There we go, perfect. Okay, so we got that in. That goes right here. There we go, there's that cable. And then we have, the cool thing about this case is that there's actually a place.
A case with a place.
For the GPU cable to come up, which actually I really appreciate.
Oh yeah.
Makes a much nicer looking, cable run. Perfect. Okay, so we have everything in. Now we can just cable manage, call it a day. Okay. Yeah, I love the way that works. Makes for a much prettier cable run for your PSU specific run. There we go. There we go, there's that build. There's that part. Cable's running well. Let's go and zip tie this, which is fine because that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff to worry about there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Take this one. Goes right here. There we go. Get a little cable in this. There we go. Okay, there's that. And then the last cable we got to deal with is down here. This is just going to go plug in right here. There we go. Perfect. And this comes out. There we go. 50 likes to go, guys. There's 432 people just in Twitch alone. 524 between Twitch and YouTube. So we should totally be able to hit that for sure. There we go. There we go. Okay, guys, build is done. Perfect. Not what we expected, not what we anticipated, but it's finished. Grab a drink. Yeah. There we go. Clean. What's the O? There we go. Okay. There is the build. How's it look, Brian? Pretty good?
Dark.
Pretty dark. Pretty dark. Wow.
Looks good though.
I like that. Pretty dark. Everything looks clean. Yeah, okay. There it is. Okay. Let's check out our zip tie count. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 19, or 14. Sorry, 14 even. Even. Not that many. We had to like replace some because we had to like switch from a AIO to an air cooler.
Yep. Even with those extras?
Yep.
Well.
Toasty Markov, thank you for the sub. There we go. Okay, let's start getting it ready for turning on. Okay, guys, let's go and link that real quick. Don't forget, link your Stream Elements account with your Twitch account. You got to take that away, so don't forget. Last day to get on this. We're at the very, very end here, so hopefully you get some points and get that entered and all that sort of stuff. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's that. And now we need our... Make sure you get your vote up, guys. Get your prediction up. And then if we guys, earlier on in the stream, if you're joined later, we actually did spend a bunch of time just talking about state of like how things are going at Robeytech and all that sort of stuff. If you want to tune in and check that out, you can check that out. We'll try and find a link later. So if people want to just go and get that update and see that update, we'll be able to update that. So we went through just kind of what was going on at Robeytech and all that stuff earlier. So that happened. And then again, the key thing just to know is why we do not have Thursday game streams now. They're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday is how we do streams now. So yeah. Thank you, Golden Fire, for the subs. Guys, thank you, everybody, for the subs today, just being an immense support. And also, don't forget, climbing Mount Whitney, trying to raise money for charity. If you want to get on that, if you want to get on that, there we go, right there. Trying to raise $3,000 towards pediatric cancer. It's not towards cancer research. It's actually towards helping families who have children who are going through pediatric cancer, and it's an amazing opportunity to help support. Trying to raise $3,000, and so that's coming up at the end of June. I don't know how things are doing from donation standpoint and stuff like that, guys, but please, if you can give, it helps an incredible cause, and it's helping me get to the top of the mountain. And if you wanted to, I just got finishing actually stream from the top of Mount St. Helens just a little over a week ago. So yeah, there's a great opportunity. You have a message of folks that donate and wish to stay anonymous. Okay, so people have donated. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. I'll have to go check in on it and see what's going. But please, if you can help, that would be huge. Scotimus Prime, thank you very much for the sub. 65 months at Tier 1. 65 months, dude. So, not at DDR8 yet. Not yet. Not yet. Still working on it. And then we're just waiting for this to get finished with the posting there. 3.583 years ago, 43 months, 86 weeks, 1,307 days. Had a blast this entire time. Would trade it for anything. Thanks, Robeytech, for all you do. You're awesome. Dude, 43 months. That's crazy. Thank you very much, Mikey P, for all your support, dude. It is a mirror. It's got an infinity mirror at the front of the case. Oh, we're almost at a hype train. Wow, we haven't had one of those in a while, actually. Not asking you to commit to finishing game, but primary here could be done in less than 12. Just putting that out there for your own gaming time, like when traveling. No, I want to, like I said, Indiana Jones is the one I promised we'll finish, and it'll be like probably at QuakeCon. Hype train is started. Wow, there it is. Sean Dion started the hype train. We actually haven't had a hype train in a while, guys. Remember, if we get to level 5, we give away a gift card. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Sean, for doing that. Let's see if we can get a level 5 hype train, guys. It's been a while. There we go. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Okay, so Elite Elitify, the question that I would ask is, which games are you going to play? If your games really do, a lot of the games you're doing use a lot of NVIDIA tech, then I would go NVIDIA. But if you don't necessarily care and you want the raw horsepower without all of the extra bells and whistles, then I would go AMD. It really comes down to the games you're going to play. DMAT, thank you very much for the sub, for all the bits. You're amazing. Yeah, I think the focus would be Indy just to get it finished. It's good RAM, Train Squad. I don't know if it's the best RAM in the world, but it's good RAM. Royal RGB is great. It's just great. It's good RAM. Thank you very much, Denu, for the 1,000 bits. Okay, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I think we're finished, so we think we can turn it on at least. Oh, it's on the other side, isn't it? Oh, wow, that turned on really quick, actually. I was not ready for that to turn on so quick. There we go, guys. It is on. Whoa, look at the front, dude. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's really pretty. I really do like how it looks. Need of Temperance, thank you very much. Guys, 2 minutes and 47 seconds. We're almost finished with level 2. I could see myself. You can actually, you can see yourself chatting. Oh, and we are posted, by the way. So let's get it into Blurple. It's Brian's favorite color that we do. Okay, let's hit F1. Let's make sure Expo's on. It's not. Okay, there we go. Dude, hype train, there we go. We got Koala dropping 3 gifted subs. Emmanuel Knight resubscribing with Prime, 8 months there. Thank you very much, my man. Really appreciate all your guys' help and support there. Remember, all of that stuff helps go towards your points for the Horde PC giveaway. The new one starts tomorrow. New one starts tomorrow, the best one. The Alliance one, which is the truly better faction. Okay, so we are waiting for the, we're running RAM training. Per double pink. Well, we'll do pink on the pink build. For the Horde Alliance, I like it, Toasty Markov. It does look good on, it does look, I think PCs always look a little bit better than they do on camera. And it's nothing against Brian. It's just he only can do so much, right? With my terrible work. Blue looks good. There we go. Blue would look good. Okay, here we go. We are in, like Flynn now, trained. Throw that in there. So we are now in the thing, in it, to win it. Dude, this has been having so many problems. It's like I have to plug it in. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Okay.
Hello, Imperial. Good to see you, brother.
Duplicate. Duplicate. Let's go to 125. There we go. Okay, so we're good there. Let's see what else here. Okay, so let's see what color. Let's open up Armory Crate. Audio's good. Skip. Okay, let's go to Update Center. What do we got? Nothing we need to worry about. Cool. Awesome. We want Aura Sync. It's Aura syncing. Oh, it's still updating all this stuff. Oh, okay. It's being weird. Okay, come on, Aura Sync. Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I think we could start another hype train just for people wanting to make sure that you don't sing that again.
Oh, yeah. You guys don't want to hear me sing that song again? I see how it is. I need room for one more PC in the background. I need room for all the PCs. Okay, hey, look. Hey, we got it all. Okay, or effects. Let's see. Let's go crazy. We're going to go... Wow, why didn't the... Okay. Oh, there must be an RGB button. This must be the RGB button. Nope, that's the fan button. I feel like it's like, but the art, it's staying white. And it does have a fan hub, but it doesn't seem to. It's like spin. It's causing the fans to spin. Okay, interesting. Let me look at the book for this because it's like the whoa. What happened to my screen? Oh, it must be restart. I must just be restarting the freaking PC. Oops. But it feels like there's a. Supports 3C. 1 power button, reset button, HD audio, USB 3, USB 3.2. Okay. But I have the fans plugged into the reset microphone, Type C, power. I don't see any other RGB stuff. Wait, I'm going to turn this off and then turn it back on. Oh, we got to level 3. Thank you very much, guys. That's the RGB, but there's a hub. That's putting it, okay, so here it is. I show RGB, connect to PSU. Left wireless signal on, signal fans active. I'm trying to see, like, it almost feels, it feels like it's not. What is it? What is the light doing? Like, what is this build doing now? It's on red. Okay, there it goes. Okay, it's posting. Okay, so it's posted. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that's fine. But I feel like there's like some sort of setting on this fan hub that's not, like I told it to. Oh, there it is. Off. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, now we got our RGB fixed. Now it's all red. Which is not what we wanted, but I was like, what is going on? All right, there we go. Now let's open up our RGB crate. Okay, so we have all this stuff, RFX. Okay, so we're gonna do, have some fun with it. Pink. How does that look, huh? Little pink and purple action? Uncle? Uncle? What do you think?
Pinkle?
Pinkle? It's Pinkle! Guys, what do you think of the Pinkle? Brian's not showing it, he's just showing the screen. He doesn't want to show the Pinkle. I think the Pinkle looks good. You don't like the Pinkle? I like the pink and purple, the Pinkle. I think that looks great. I think that looks really cool. I like the Pinkle. Brian doesn't like Pinkle apparently very much, but I like the Pinkle. There's only 2 intake. There's only 2 intake and 1 exhaust. This is the Lian Vector V150 Infinity. That looks great. I actually really like this, the way this looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw the case thing on. We'll run the fan curve and then check our temperatures. Here we go, Brian. Nice.
And nice.
That's the kind of peel you get when you got Pinkle. I don't know, Pinkle with my thumb nuts. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and run our fan curve and then our test. Okay, so it's already, okay, so it's gonna let it auto tune real quick and then we'll show temps and then we'll be good, guys. Let's do the Pinkle peel. Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could, Juan. Yeah, that is true, Kurosaki. It does have that. It does have that vibe. How are we doing likes on YouTube? I'm gonna get more of an infinity mirror there. You got a great view of the window right now in the infinity mirror. Just waiting for the fan color to kind of finish its thing. %. Come on, do your thing. Tune your fans. Fan your tuning, Brian. Fan your tuna. Wait. The build would actually be less expensive now because we use the 120 SE. So that was the one thing we changed. See if I can, let's see what, if I go like more this way, that's a little better. There we go. Wow, this is like, man, this like fan curve thing is taking forever. Still at 33% and going. It's being real expertive. Okay, oh, 36. Okay, so it did go up by 3% now. So hopefully we're gonna see something do.
Lightning.
It does, it bases on temperatures. Yeah, so that's why I always run it. And it actually changes the curves for all the fans that are connected. So I liked running it. So it changes, like it said, it changes the curves for a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and open up CPU ID. Let's open up Cinebench. So right now our temp's 45, right, idle. Again, it is air cooled right now, but it should be fine. Those fans are gonna do a great job of cooling it. Accept multiple threads, begin to work. Oops, let's hit this button. Oh, up to 82, 81, 71, wow, it went way down. 59, wow, what the deuce, 62, 71. I was like, wait, why does it get so low? 79, 80, that sounds about right. It's probably gonna be 80, might get into mid 80s at the most. There it is right there, no problem. 80, 81, yeah, that's great. Air cooling, totally fine on a 9800 X3D. Okay, here we go, guys.
Fan?
Oh, yep, it's here, fan. Okay, here we go. Let's see how airflow is on this one. Oops. So you're gonna see some air going straight through there, no problem, right, feeding right to the air cooler. Below you're seeing it getting to the GPU. So again, both, no problem. What did I do? There it is, ooh. So that one's going right to down into the GPU area, then straight up to the, why does it keep dying?
Low again?
Oh, it might be, it might need battery. We're out of battery. Okay, well, let's charge this bad boy. So we will charge it with the charge cable. Yeah, it's funny, I haven't charged that thing in like, I don't know how long.
Real long time. And
Yeah,
it
really.
generates a lot of heat.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it was like really dead. Okay, so I'll charge that overnight. Okay, cool. So there we go. Airflow looks good. Temps look good. We're sitting at 84. So nice. So even if you wanted to run this and like do some editing work, all that sort of stuff, you would be good. How do you feel about PC cooler AIOs? I won one at LCD, but I torn on whether I want to replace my Be Quiet light loop. Honestly, Sheezy, it was great. I mean, we haven't had any problems with them. The software's a little whack, but all in all, you can still do some stuff. But I mean, it really comes down to, I mean, that's kind of the thing with all LCDs. I mean, Lian, all of them, I've always seen like some issues with the software, right? So yeah. I picked a bad time to stop smoking. Okay. So anyway, guys, we're gonna let Brian go. Boy needs to stretch his legs, bro. He was a little sleepy on from the heat.
Yeah.
But there it is, guys. Build is done. Let's go ahead and just check our game temps. Looks like our other temps are fine. Get our fan back on here. Got a charger. You mind charging this? Downstairs? Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Everybody say bye, Brian. Okay, so we're good there. Now, I believe, guys, we have got things, so we're not going to be using, yes, I want to stop it because I'm done. Okay, so I think he set this up now. So we actually have MSI Afterburner. Yeah, he's got it all set. Okay, cool. So we got monitoring set up in Afterburner now. Let's go and just check our game stuff. Everybody says bye, Brian. Look at that. They all saying bye. Bye, Brian. Bye, 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 bye.
Except for Kurosaki, he actually wants to buy me.
He wants to buy Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. He's not cheap, guys.
Everybody's got a price, though.
Yeah, Brian's price is...
Rax is fully aware.
Yeah. Is it illegal? Is it? Chipset drivers, all that stuff's already in here, Train Squad. We get all that stuff ahead of time. Chipsets in here, all that stuff before we even we do all that when we pray it so we can go in there.
Tell me if you're having a stroke. Right?
You tell me, yeah. This is an older, a newer account, but it's still wild. My old one, which my son has taken over, that one has like been around for a long time, a long time. But I don't know how long for it. Then how long I've actually been a member. Whoa, hello. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we do chipset, we do all those drivers when we do build prep. Okay, so we're just gonna check graphics, ray tracing ultra, super resolution transformer, auto, we'll go to balanced. And this is just to check CPU and GPU temps. Video is borderless 2560. Let's just run the benchmark. See how our performance is, but also just how our GPU and CPU do. And this is really just so we can give you guys temps for what gaming expected for gaming temps and stuff like that. 18 more likes, guys. So it looks like our GPU is sitting at 53, CPU at 70. And then you can see GPU is running at 98 and CPU is running at 44 right now, which just makes sense for 1440p. Actually, this would run path tracing pretty well, probably right around 60. Yeah, it's a 5070 Ti, right? Like, it's like, I don't need to show you the combination of an X3D 5070 Ti, right? Like, it's really just showing you temps inside of the case, which is the part that's new. Yeah, I know, Araxnus. Yep, solid performance there, 114 frames per second. People just wanted to see path tracing, so we'll do it. Why not? Let's go to ray tracing, overdrive, transformer, set it to balanced, apply, and then now we're gonna. So this is gonna be path tracing. Sergeant Nobody, I don't think you can vert mount in this case. But yes, you could. We were talking about that earlier, Sergeant Nobody. So yeah, there you go. Path tracing with 70 frames per second. So no, we just build these PCs and then they'll get taken apart. Jay McCath, I like the 5070 at 1440p. It's fine. It's just you might sooner than you would with a 5070 Ti find some that it couldn't do everything, you know what I mean, with like absolute ultra graphics, but a 5070 is going to last you a long time at 1440p. I mean, honestly, DLSS and FSR4 make it just so those things are going to continue to last a long time. Oh, ultra wide 1440, dude. Ooh, I think we actually have a video on that, and it just depends on the games. I mean, you're right. You're pushing almost as many pixels at 4K at that point in time, and so that's always the problem. I mean, it'll be okay on some games, right? But you're gonna see it start to crack sooner. Yeah. There we go, guys. So no problem there. Yeah, it's got plenty of airflow. And by the way, guys, the noise on this case when it's gaming, like, it's there, but it's not loud. So. Yeah, DLSS is going to make it work for a while. I'm just saying, like, that's the thing is, like, we're on kind of a different curve. So if you're, at least with 50 series, you're getting the latest tech. Okay, well, there's our build. Yes, I have, Train Squad. I actually have one. I have a 5090 Supreme, Liquid Supreme. It's like in the other room. Yep. We're going to be doing a build with it later, for sure. So, which is I want to do for a replacement build that we're going to be doing for later, for me. Okay, anyway, guys, that is it for today's stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for the mix-up, like, it was interesting, right? But that's why we do these builds, is like we ended up having to go to an air cooler on this just because we couldn't get the AIO to quite work. I will let Lian Lee know about this combination of Mobo plus that if we couldn't get a 360mm AIO in here. And you guys saw all that on the stream. We are back tomorrow, 9:30 with Damien. He's going to be playing some World of Warcraft, I believe. So he's playing World of Warcraft tomorrow. And then we're back on Wednesday doing the Trikes Pink build. It was what we were trying to do in Easter. Finally going to work that build out and get that done. And then Friday, I'm actually really excited. Intel Live Mod Workshop. We always give away a PC on that. That's starting at noon Pacific time. We're building an Asus ProArt PC, and it is a stunning build. I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's a 5070. It might be a 50. I think it might 16 gig 5060 Ti. Core Ultra 7, 270K plus, 32 gigs of RAM. Beautiful, beautiful build inside of a brand new ProArt case. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's on Friday. So if you want to win a PC, tune in noon Pacific time for that as well. So anyway, guys, that's it for the rest of the week. If you want all the details, head over to our Discord server, discord.gg/Robeytech for the current schedule. Or it was up on Instagram yesterday, but Blondie's got everything up and going. Also, you can make sure that you check the schedule over at twitch.tv/Robeytech. We have that posted. Blondie's been getting that up to date, so those are running as well. So anyway, guys, last chance. Don't forget, link your Stream Elements account with your Twitch account sometime today. We'll shut down the giveaway and draw our winner. And then we will be announcing that winner over the next couple days. We'll probably announce it officially on Wednesday when I'm doing the PC build. But outside of that, guys, have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys. Oh, we got 150? Oh, well then let's do that giveaway really quick. Sorry, Blondie. Let's do the giveaway for the card. Okay, so Blondie, go ahead and draw. Yeah, go ahead and run the giveaway for that. I wasn't expecting us to. Okay, so we're going to start the giveaway for the gift card. Yeah, last minute there at the end, but there it is, guys, ending it right there. There we go, guys, getting that giveaway done. Couple minutes to get in on that. I totally forgot, by the way, to... I only posted it on one channel. And that was dumb. And I don't know why I did that, guys. That was not very smart. But I'm doing it, fixing it now while you guys are doing the giveaway. There we go. Our question stuff has been a little crazy as of late, so we're sorry about that, but now we had our editors were graduating, which is great. Getting in, make sure you get those entries, guys. Okay, no longer ending no longer can enter the raffle. Blondie's drawing a winner. Shoom State, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, make sure you DM Blondie on Discord. Okay, guys, that is it for me. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.